Hello everyone, I am Bhaskara, a Vedic astrologer from India, and I welcome you all to my channel. In this episode, I am going to talk about lunar eclipse that is going to take place in this month of March in the year 2024. The date of the lunar eclipse would be 24th or 25th March, depending upon your time zone. For example, in America, it would be 24th March. In India, it would be 25th March. Although this lunar eclipse is not going to be visible in India, because when this lunar eclipse happens, it would be daytime in India, so it would not be visible in India. Uh, this is how this picture illustrates that what happens during the lunar eclipse. uh, Earth comes in between sun and moon. Although in this picture moon is shown to be in the umbra region of the earth's shadow, but this time, since it is going to be a partial lunar eclipse, so moon will actually be in the penumbra region, not exactly behind earth, but little deflected from exact behind direction. So it would not be a complete lunar eclipse, it would be a partial lunar eclipse. And partial, as I said, the main facts about this lunar eclipse is this eclipse is partial lunar eclipse. Moon's light will become partially dim, moon will not become completely dark. It is for people in India, this lunar eclipse, of course lunar eclipse uh, is a full moon day when moon is close to one of the nodes. This time moon would be close to Ketu and sun is close to one of the nodes. Sun would be close to Rahu. So sun and moon are on the Rahu Ketu axis and this full moon is happening. So, and full moon in this lunar month of Falgun is Holi. So Holi is the festival of colors. So for people of India, this would be a holy day on which this lunar eclipse will be happening. So that is an interesting coincidence. This lunar eclipse will be visible in America, parts of Europe, Japan, etc., but not visible in India. So, so for people of India, when this lunar eclipse phenomenon will be happening in the sky, it would be daytime. So they would not be seeing moon, they would be seeing the sun. So they would not see the eclipsed moon. But for people in America, that would be the night time, so they would be seeing the moon and the eclipsed moon. So let us now move to the what would be the planetary uh, alignments, or what would be the positions of different planets on that time at that time. So lunar eclipse will be happening as per Indian time zone on 25th March 2024 at 12:29 p.m. Indian Standard Time. uh, Ketu is at 22 degree, Moon is at 10 degree 55 minutes, so around 11 degree. So there is almost 11 degree gap between Moon and Ketu. When Moon and Sun become exactly opposite to each other, Moon is in Virgo, Sun is in Pisces. This is exact full moon time, and at that exact full moon time, there is a gap between Ketu and Moon, 11 degree gap. Moon is not very close to Ketu, so that is why this is not a complete lunar eclipse. This is a partial lunar eclipse. And one more thing that we need to check: this lunar eclipse is happening in Hasta Nakshatra, and the sign in which this lunar eclipse is happening is Virgo. So the ruler of the Virgo is Mercury, and Mercury is sitting along with Sun and Rahu in Pisces, and at the end of the Pisces sign at 29 degree. So Mercury is just about to enter into Aries, which is kind of completing whole round of zodiac and starting a new cycle. So this lunar eclipse can be the time when many people can experience ending of some kind of situation which has been prevailing in their life for a long time. That can happen. And uh, it can also happen that the ending may not happen very smoothly, because this Mercury is at the end of Pisces, where Pisces is a watery sign and Mercury is about to enter into Aries. Aries is fire sign. So this Aries Pisces junction is the junction between water and fire. So this is Gandanta reason. So there can be some kind of uncertainty, some kind of chaos, some kind of riddle that many people can be facing, and then suddenly they would be forced to take a decision, and they would realize, okay, we took a decision, or we were forced by the circumstances to take few decisions, and suddenly that led to the end of a situation that we had been experiencing for a long time. And so it would be some kind of ending of a cycle for many people. But of course, it would be not a smooth or happy situation in which that will happen. It can happen in a situation of uncertainty and chaos. And some people can also be experiencing some kind of relationship related issues around this time, as Venus is conjunct with Saturn and Mars. And since Mars is conjunct with Saturn, and Mars is behind Saturn, and Saturn is ahead of Mars, Saturn is powerful here in the Aquarius sign. So many people can experience some kind of fear or some kind of obstacle. They may feel that they are wanting to do something and they are not able to do it. So there can be some frustration, some kind of accumulation of lots of energy can also happen. So it would be some kind of building up of lots of energy that would take place around this lunar eclipse. So it can unleash, after this lunar eclipse gets finished, and we know that after 15 days there is a solar eclipse also going to take place, on which I will make a separate video. So uh, that can unleash some kind of chaos just when this situation through which you had been going through that ends, and suddenly you think that, okay, now I can relax a bit, and I can uh, think, let me think that, okay, now I am free from whatever difficulties I had been facing, so let me celebrate or this or that. But suddenly you may experience some new kind of uh, task that you have to face, or some new kind of challenge that you have to face. That can also happen. Or you may simply feel that there are lots of obstacles in your life, and some enterprise or some initiatives that you are wanting to take, you are not able to take. So I would say it is not a very good time to take new initiatives also, or to start a new venture also, because of this Mars Saturn conjunction happening right now. So it would be better if you wait for some time, let this eclipse season pass, and Mars get out from this Saturnian energy, and then you decide on starting a new venture, if you have been planning to start some new venture. And as I said, when this eclipse is happening, at that time Mercury is in the Gandanta region. So we should be very careful uh, related to our communication, or when we are talking. uh, we should be mindful of what we say or what kind of words we use. uh, be careful of misleading news, or misleading advertisement. So it can happen that suddenly you can listen to some breaking news on TV or radio, and that may not be true actually. The information being given in that may not be true. So you have to be very careful. Just don't blindly believe in what you see around this time, or what you hear on the TV or radio around this time. uh, Go and do your background checking, and uh, when you go and assure yourself that that is true, then only react. So don't react on a news impulsively, I would say. And the people working in the telecommunication industry, they should be careful. Some technical glitch can happen uh, in that industry. So we can experience some problem in the telephone network or mobile network. That can also happen. Or similarly, all kinds of wireless communication going on between aeroplane pilots and ground technical support people sitting on the ground stations, or or between ships and ship captains, and technical support that they receive from control towers. So those signaling or communication going on can also sometimes uh, uh, get some kind of problematic scenario. They can get into that, and some kind of misleading directions can be given by someone to some other person, and that can lead to some some confusion, or sometimes some accident also. So all those people who are involved in communicating or transferring, passing instructions, they should be very careful. And if you are also involved in the accounting work, that is very important, because in India, March is the time when people file their, that is the ending of the financial year in India, and many people file their tax returns in around this time. So they should be very careful while doing all those things, because uh, this weak Mercury in the Gandanta region can create uh, some kind of problem in that, and it may happen that some of your calculations can be wrong in that, and that can lead to you getting into some complicated situation later on. So you have to be very careful. And as far as what remedies you should follow during this time, so I would say this is a very powerful time for spiritual activities. Those who are involved in mantra sadhana, or those who are involved in meditation, they would receive great benefits during this lunar eclipse. Or I would say it is possible that through your meditation or your mantra sadhana, you can transcend to the next level of your spiritual growth during this time. And this can also be the time when you can manifest prosperity through the churning, through the change that is happening right now. So it's very good time to pray to goddess Lakshmi also. So I would say I would recommend two or three kinds of prayers that you can say. One is Mahamrityunjay mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Uravarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiya Mamritat. This is the Mahamrityunjay mantra. Or you can say Sri Suktam. That is also very powerful stotra devoted to Sri Lakshmi. And or any Lakshmi mantra you can say, or you can do Hanuman Chalisa. And since this eclipse moon will be in Hasta Nakshatra, so you can also say Gayatri mantra, because Hasta is ruled by Savitur, the deity of the Gayatri mantra. So that's it. I think I have given my general guidelines to all of you. Uh, I don't believe in doing the predictions for individual ascendants or moon sign people for what would happen in their life. due to this eclipse, because that is very misleading. That those kinds of prediction is very misleading, because that is taking into account just one factor, that what is your ascendant or what is your moon sign. The overall effects that can unleash in your life because of any astronomical event depends upon the entire horoscope. So unless I see your individual horoscope, it would be very misleading if I just make few generic statements for every ascendant or moon sign people. And I don't do that because I don't want to create any confusion in anybody's mind. So God bless you all, and keep saying your prayers and respect your parents and love everyone. God bless.